Good afternoon, everyone. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. We're going to jump into a update on a story that we've been covering since last week related to Javi Marroquin of Teen Mom 2, formerly ex-husband, or ex-husband, I should say formerly an ex-husband. That's kind of redundant. Ex-husband of Kale Lowry of Teen Mom 2 on MTV. Share a son named Lincoln, and he's got a new baby mama named Lauren, and Lauren and him split up last week. Now, until today, there had been actually no confirmation from Javi or Lauren related to what happened. Lauren did post something on Instagram yesterday related to it, but hadn't really said anything. And then today, Javi actually just moments ago posted on Instagram a emotional, heartfelt message to his ex-fiancé where he admits to disrespecting her along with begging her to come home. If you remember, or maybe you don't, Javi was caught doing the two-person naked tango or the hokey pokey or the hanky panky in a bathroom at his house while Lauren was sleeping. She actually walked in on him in a compromising situation with a member of his gym that he owns and a friend of Lauren's, which resulted in a police call, a breakup, and a lot of sobbing on Instagram by Javi. Until recently, neither one had said anything. Lauren had deleted absolutely every single evidently stripped photos of all of Javi. Gone. Javi has been emotional and talking about how on Instagram about how he's lost everything. And then today, well, let's start with Lauren first. Yesterday, Lauren posted this photo that said, "To be a mother of a son is one of the most important things you can do to change the world. Raise them to respect women, raise them to stand up for others, and raise them to be kind." Yeah, I like that, Lauren. I agree. Raise them to respect women. That was probably a jab right at Javi because he clearly disrespected her by bringing another woman into a home they share while she was sleeping upstairs with their 9-month-old baby, and he literally just proposed to her in June. Javi has a long track record of philandering and cheating. He has admittedly told Dr. Drew on reunion shows of Teen Mom 2 that he's addicted to relationships. He had how many girls on the line at one time when he hooked up with Lauren? He was messing around with Brianna. Well, actually not messing around with her, claiming to date her, talking about wanting to propose to her, while also sleeping with Kale, and had Lauren on the ready in case things fell apart with Brianna. So this is where it gets even more interesting. He says on Instagram, "I'm sorry and I love you." And he said, "Lauren, I'm sorry for my mistakes. I'm sorry I broke your heart. I'm sorry I disrespected you. I'm sorry I took you for granted. I could say sorry for a million other things, but I'm sorry will never be enough. I hurt the one person that I love the most. I will do everything in my power to become a better man, and hopefully one day you can forgive me. I'll do anything to have you home. To my boys, my big dog, my handsome man. I failed you as a father, and I failed at my attempt to show you both what it is to be a man. I promise you both my actions will not reflect on how you will treat women, let alone the one you love. I vow from this day forward, I will be the example. I will no longer let any of my loved ones down. I know when you both are older, I will be able to tell my story and say, look at me now." So clearly that was a response by Javi to Lauren's statement about raise your sons to respect their women. He says that his boys will respect their women, and they will somehow look at him now. Now, I don't know what I think about this, you guys. I feel like he did the same thing with Kale. And listen, Kale's not perfect either. I think they had a messy relationship. I don't think they should have ever probably been married to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. I remember him crawling back to Kale a lot of times, apologizing, sobbing. As soon as the ink was dry on his divorce, he's moving on. Then he's with Brianna, a castmate of Kale's, mind you, on Teen Mom 2. And then while he's hooking up with her, he's trying to reconcile with Kale. Confusing. And then also talking with Lauren, I'm sorry, got Lindsay on the mind. Lauren, who he had previously had a relationship with in the spring of 2018. Mind you, all this happens in 2018 and it's 2019. Like, this is all happening a year ago. And now he's suddenly sorry. Now, Lauren moved from, I think, Maine to be with him in Delaware. She has no family there. She has a son. She has no friends there. I'm sure all the friends that she made were through Javi. And then a friend that she thought she had ends up getting down and dirty in a bathroom at her house while she's sleeping with her 9-month-old son, Eli, who she has with her fiance, Javi. What a damn mess. Javi, you won't watch this, but I swear to God, if you actually spent your time and energy taking care of yourself and maybe diving into the issues that are rooted inside of you for why you cannot be single ever, why you jump from one relationship to the next, why you have 3 different girls on speed dial, and then not to mention the just absolute hypocrisy and disgustingness of like hooking up with someone while your girl is sleeping upstairs. I don't know that I could ever forgive that. I'm not even lying. Like, I barely could forgive if he was literally just talking to someone online. I don't think I could ever forgive or get the visual out of my brain of the man that I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life with putting his Jimmy in somebody else's donut hole, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, come on. That's like scarred on the brain forever. I think it's going to take a little bit more than one big flat I'm sorry on Instagram to get into her good graces, and I really hope she stands firm in her don't mess with me hobby and raise your boys right, because I absolutely agree with Lauren at this point. Part of me thinks, do you think he's actually sorry that she's gone, or is he sorry that he got caught? Because if he wouldn't have gotten caught, would he have continued in this relationship? Would his behavior have been this brazen? What is it about these kinds of men that it's like they're arrogant, they have some level of clout, whether it's a tiny bit of fame from a reality show that he's no longer on, and they use that to like get in panties? You know what I think? I think if you are in your 20s or 30s and you can't be faithful to someone, don't get into a relationship. If you can't keep your penis in your pants, don't get someone pregnant. And if you're going to have sex, please wrap that up. Please. And if you're going to have a fiance, respect that fiance by, not doing the hokey pokey with somebody in your bathroom while she's sleeping. I really hope, I hate the idea that another family is ripped apart, and I hate that there's kids now that have families that are like, or parents that are separated, but at the same time, I don't know how you would get over this, and I really hope that Lauren just stands firm in this and gets away from this and just moves on, because she's probably going to be better off without him. Javi has a lot of growing up to do and really needs to evaluate why he's making these terrible choices. And I'll just say, Lauren, Brianna, and Kale, y'all dodged a bullet. Seriously. Please. Move on with your lives. Find people that love you. Kale, please let go of Chris. He's a total loser. And Brianna, just find someone good. Okay? All right, you guys. I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you think that this apology will actually get into her good graces? Do you think Lauren's gonna be like, nope, I don't think so. I can't get that image out of my head. Tell me what your thoughts are. I want to hear. All right, you guys. I'll be back later. Bye.